We do use a strobe light in tonight's performance. And now, the Jesters is proud to present Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Welcome to the tale of a delicious adventure in a wonderful land. You can tell it will be delicious. Can't you smell it already? How I love that gorgeous smell. You've all heard of Cadbury's, Hershey's, Nestle, Wonka. What's that, you say? You've never heard of Wonka? You mean you don't know what Wonka chocolate is? Why, it's Wonka chocolate, of course. I can't stop eating sweets, all those wonderful Willy Wonka treats. You can keep the others, 'cause me, I'm a Wonkerer. When it comes to candy, Willy's the conqueror. Who can take sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candy Man, the Candy Man, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in the sky, soak it in the sun and make it strawberry lullaby. The Candy Man, the Candy Man, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candy Man makes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream? The Candy Man, the Candy Man, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candy Man makes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream? The Candy Man, the Candy Man, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, the Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. And the world tastes good 'cause the Candy Man thinks it should. Excuse me? You are in my way! Shut up! I admit that Willy Wonka's chocolate is fairly new, but it's also the greatest chocolate ever invented. Why, Willy Wonka himself is the greatest chocolate maker the world has ever seen. He's invented things like, well, I'm not going to just tell you. You came to see for yourself, so I'll let you do just that. Before I do, I should let you know about the things that have been going on around here lately. Willy Wonka is so great that 3 other great chocolate makers began sending spies to work for Mr. Wonka in order to discover his secrets. Their names are Mr. Snickelgruber, Mr. Prodnose, and Mr. Slugworth. They must be really good spies because soon afterwards, they began making delicious Wonka favorites such as bubblegum that never lost its flavor, ice cream that never melted, and candy balloons that you could blow up to huge sizes until you popped them with your hand and gobbled them up. Mr. Wonka didn't know what to do. He did the only thing he could do. He sent all his workers home
the factory. You might think that would be the end of Mr. Wonka, but no siree, not him. Months and months went by, and suddenly the factory started working again. Nobody knew who was operating the place, and no one ever went in, and no one ever came out. The only thing that people saw were little shadows dancing in the windows. Mighty strange. Well, anyway, to get back to the story, soon there was a big article in the town's paper saying that Mr. Willy Wonka, in order to start selling a lot of candy once again, was running a contest. Yes, sir, that's right, a contest. Anyone could participate. He had secretly hidden a golden ticket under the ordinary wrapping paper of 5 ordinary candy bars. The candy bars were said to be found anywhere, in any shop, in any street, in any town, in any country in the world, upon any counter where Wonka candies were sold. The 5 winners will get to tour Mr. Wonka's new factory and, wait, bring home enough chocolate for the rest of their lives. Yes, that's quite the reward right there. The 4 tickets have already been found, and oh, by the way, would you like to meet the 4 lucky winners?
Sure.
Yeah. Glad to hear. Now listen and watch closely. I think that they're here somewhere. Let's see here. Augustus Gloop. Where are you, Augustus Gloop? Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I love chocolate. Food. I must eat all the time. This ticket is my meal ticket to eat and eat and eat and eat. Chocolate, chocolate. Augustus Gloop. Now, if the young lady who found our second golden ticket is here. Oh, Violet Beauregard.
I'm a gum chewer normally, but when I heard about these ticket things at Mr. Wonka's, I switched to candy bars in hopes of striking it lucky. Of course, I'm right back onto gum. I just love gum. I can't go without it. I chew on it all the time, except for a couple minutes a day where I take it out and stick it behind my ear for safekeeping. To tell you the honest truth, I don't think I'd even feel comfortable without that little wedge of gum to munch on it every second of the day. I simply wouldn't. My mother says it's ugly and it's unladylike for a little girl's jaw to be going up and down as much as mine does. But who's she to criticize anyways? I bet her jaw goes up and down more than mine does from just yelling at me all day long. And it may interest you to know that this piece of gum that I'm chewing right now, I've been working on for 3 months solid. That's a record, folks. It even beat the record held by my best friend, Miss Cornelia Prince-Medal, and boy was she mad. This piece of gum is now my most prized possession. At night, I just stick it to the bedpost, and in the morning, it's as good as new. A little hard at first. Maybe.
What a lucky girl. Isn't she just wonderful? Let's give her a round of applause. The 3rd golden ticket finder was found by another young lady who goes by the name of Veruca Salt. I wonder if Veruca's here now.
Where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket! Oh yes, here it is. As soon as I told my father that I just simply had to have one of those golden tickets, he went out into the town and started buying up as many of those long candy bars as he could lay his hands on. It was thousands of them that time. About hundreds of thousands. Then he had them loaded onto trucks and sent directly to his factory. He's in the peanut business, you see. And he's got about 100 women working for him over at his joint, shelling peanuts and roasting himself. That's what they do all day long, those women. They just sit there, shelling peanuts. So he says to them, okay girls, from now on you can stop shelling peanuts and start shelling the wrappers off these crazy candy bars instead. And so they did. He had every worker in the place making the paper off those bars of chocolate full speed ahead, morning till night. Well, 3 days went by, and we had no luck. Oh, it was terrible, let me tell you. And I would go and be more and more upset each day. And I would go on the ground, lying for hours, yelling and kicking in the most disturbing way. And when Daddy came home, I would obviously scream at him saying, where's my golden ticket. I want my golden ticket. Then, suddenly, on the evening of the fourth day, one of his women workers yelled, I've got it! I've got a golden ticket! And he said, give it to me quick. And she did. And then he rushed it home and gave it to me. And well, now, I'm all smiles. And we have a happy home once again.
I'm speechless. Isn't she just, what's the word I'm looking for? Lovely. The fourth and last ticket finder for now was found by a boy named Mike TV. I wonder if Mike's got his ticket with him right now, actually.
Of course I got it. But why can't everybody just leave me alone? I want to watch television. I watch all the shows all day, every day. Even the crime ones where there's no shooting. I like the gangsters the best. They're terrific, those gangsters. Especially when they start pumping each other full of lead, or flashing their old stilettos, or giving each other 1, 2, 3 with their old knuckle busters. Oh boy, what wouldn't I do to be doing that myself? It's the life, I tell you. It's terrific.
Mike TV! Sorry for bothering you, Mike. Now, to introduce the hero of our story, Charlie Bucket.
Wait! Gooses, geeses. I want my geese village gold eggs for Easter.
At least 100 a day.
And by the way, I want to feast. I want a bean feast. Cream buns and donuts and fruitcake with no nuts. So good you can go nuts. I want a ball. I want a party. Pink macaroons and a million balloons and performing baboons and give it to me.
Now!
I want the world. I want the whole world. Lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Give it to me now. I want today. I want tomorrow. I want to wear 'em like braids in my hair, and I don't want to share 'em. I want a party with roomfuls of laughter, 10 million tons of ice cream. And if I don't get the things that I'm after, I'm going to scream. I want the works. I want the whole works. Presents and prizes and sweets and surprises of all shapes and sizes. And now, don't care how. I want it now. Don't care how. I want it now.
Yes, lovely children. This is the home of the Buckets. There's only one bed and 2 rooms, so you can see that life is extremely uncomfortable. These 2 very old people are the mother and father of Mr. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. These 2 other very old people are father and mother of Mrs. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. That's all you need to know for now. See you later.
You see, right here it says that 4 children found the golden ticket. I wonder who the 5th lucky winner would be.
I hope it's no one like that repulsive blue boy.
Oh, it beats the NFL falling by the Pentagon. We're living such a useless life as that TV boy.
all children act like this nowadays. I mean, the ones we've been hearing about.
Of course not. Some do, of course. In fact, quite a lot. But not all.
You know, there's only one golden ticket left.
And I'll just be having cabbage soup for tomorrow's dinner, and that golden ticket will go to some nasty little beast who doesn't deserve it.
I bet you know somebody who'd like to win that 5th golden ticket. How about it, Charlie? You love chocolate more than anyone I ever saw.
Yes, I sure would, Grandpa Joe. You know, it just about makes me faint every time I have to pass Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory on the way to school every day. The smell of the wonderful chocolate makes me so dreamy that I often fall asleep and bump into Mr. Wonka's fence. But I guess I should realize that dreams don't come true. Just imagine, me imagining that I can win the 5th golden ticket. Why, it's pure imagination.
It may be pure imagination, my boy, but I've heard tell that what you imagine sometimes comes true.
Days in the Buckets' home, yet nothing has changed.
You know, it sure would be nice if Charlie could win the 5th gold ticket.
You mean with that money we gave him yesterday for his birthday present?
Yes, the money we give him every year to buy one chocolate bar.
And just think of how long it took you to save up that money.
Shame. And just imagine how he loves that chocolate.
Well, he didn't act like a supporter.
No, he didn't.
That's because he's a fine boy and won't want any of us to feel sorry for him. Why, what boy wouldn't be disappointed? I sure wish he'd won. I'd do anything for that boy. Why, even...
Mom! Dad! Grandpa Joe! Great folks! Never believe what happened! You never believe what happened! What happened, Charlie? Well, I was walking home, and the wind was so cold, and the snow was blowing so hard. And I couldn't see where I was going. So I was looking down to protect my face, and
What happened, Charlie? Come on. What happened?
there it was, just lying there in the snow, kind of buried. I looked around, and no one seemed to have stayed lost anything. So I picked it up, wiped it off, and I couldn't believe my eyes. You found it! I found 50 cents. But I thought it wouldn't hurt if I bought a Wonka with a scrumptious fudge melted light, since it was my 50 cents. And I was just so hungry for one.
Yes, yes, go on, go on.
Well, I took the wrapper off slowly, and
You found the golden
ticket!
Charlie. I think he just feels that we understand each other.
And you seem to know a lot about Willy Wonka and what's happened to him.
Well, he's been an important man in this town for a good long time. A lot of people said some unkind things about him after he closed down the factory, but I always felt he had his reasons. Actually, I'm quite excited about this golden ticket thing. It's a good excuse to see what's going on in that factory and how he's running it.
Speaking of the golden ticket, can I read it one more time? I know it sounds silly, but the whole thing seems so magical.
Sure, Charlie. Let me just find it. Ah, here it is.
Let's see now. It says, "Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket, from Mr. Willy Wonka. I shake you warmly by the hand. Tremendous things are in store for you. Many wonderful surprises await you. For now, I do invite you to come to my factory and be my guest for one whole day. And all the others, you and all the others who are lucky enough to find my golden ticket, I, Willy Wonka, will conduct you around my factory, showing you everything that there is to see. And afterwards, when it is time to leave, you will be escorted home by a precision of large trucks. These trucks, I can promise you, will be loaded with enough delicious edibles to last you and your entire household for many years. If at any time thereafter you should run out of supplies, you have only to thereafter come back to the factory and show this golden ticket, and I shall be happy to refill your cupboard with whatever you want. In this way, you will be able to keep yourself supplied with tasty morsels for the rest of your life. But this is by no means the most exciting thing that will ever happen on the day of your arrival. I am preparing other surprises that are even more marvelous and more fantastic for you and all of my beloved golden ticket holders. Mystic and marvelous surprises will entrance, delight, intrigue, astonish, and perplex you beyond measure. In the wildest dreams, you could not imagine that such things could happen to you. Just wait and see. And now, here are your instructions. One day I have chosen for the visit. It is the first day in the month of February. On this day, and on no other, you must come to the factory gates at 10 o'clock sharp in the morning. Don't be late. You are allowed to bring with you either one or two members of your own family to look after you and ensure that you don't get into any mischief. One more thing. Be sure to have this ticket with you. Otherwise, you will not be admitted. Signed, Willy Wonka.
And say, Charlie, it's the 1st of February. And say, Charlie, we're already here.
I never thought my life could be anything but catastrophe, but suddenly I begin to see a bit of good luck for me, 'cause I've got a golden ticket.
You got a golden twinkle in your eye.
I never had happy song to sing, but golden ticket.
You got a golden sun up in your sky. I never thought I'd see the day where I would face the world and say good morning. Look at the sun.
I never thought that I would be slapping the lap of luxury. Said it couldn't be done. I never over the moon in ecstasy, but nevertheless it's there that I'm shortly about to be.
'Cause you've got a golden ticket.
'Cause you got a golden sun up in the
Golden ticket, it's a golden day.
my factory. So nice to see all of you today. Let's see if I can recognize your photos from the newspaper. You must be Augustus Wood.
Yeah, this is my mother.
So delighted to meet you. And you must be Violet Beauregard.
So what if I am? Let's just get on with the whole thing, huh?
Wonderful. And you must be Mrs. Beauregard.
Indeed.
Nice to meet you. Yes, you're Veruca Salt.
Obviously.
And you must be Mr. and Mrs. Salt.
Don't shake his hand, Daddy. It's probably all sticky and chocolatey from working in the factory. After all, he does only run a silly old factory. He's not even important enough to bother shaking hands with anyways.
Well, if I shook your hands, then I would be a salt shaker. Get it? Salt shaker. Thank you. You must be Mike TV?
Oh, come on. I'm missing all my favorite TV shows. This must be.
Wonderful. And Mr. and Mrs. TV?
Pleased to meet you.
Awesome. Nice to meet you. Ah, and you must be the boy who just got his ticket yesterday. Charlie Bucket.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And this here is my grandpa, Joe.
Howdy, Mr. Walker. Real pleased to meet you.
Delighted to meet you. Delighted, delighted. Well, is that everybody? Well, I guess it is. You must follow me now. Our tour is about to begin. Please don't wander off by yourselves. I wouldn't like to lose any of you at this stage of the proceedings. Oh, dear me, no. Come with me, in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. You will find in your mind there's a world of endless fascination. No more fun place to be than in your imagination. Dream and you dream can savor every situation. Life and there's a sensational sensation. If you want to see magic lands, close your eyes and you will see one. Wanna be a dreamer, be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. There is no place to go to compare with your imagination. So go there to be free if you truly wish to be. Everyone, through this curtain, please. It's nice and warm inside my factory. I keep it warm because of my workers. They're used to a very warm climate. They hate the cold. If they were to go outside, they'd probably perish and would probably die.
But what workers?
All in good time, my dear boy, all in good time. Come on, children.
I'm tired. It seems like we've been walking left, walking right, going left, going right for a whole hour or so. Where's
some of his most important rooms are deep down below the surface.
I wonder why.
Well, I think he said there wouldn't be nearly enough space up on top. The rooms we're supposed to be seeing are enormous. Some are supposed to be larger than football fields.
This is the chocolate room. It is the nerve center of my factory and the heart of my whole operation.
I don't see anything other than that old river over there. Where's the food?
Oh, look at those enormous pipes over there. There must be 10 or 11 of them. I wonder what they're for.
Gee, Mr. Wonka, what's wrong with the river? It's
Nothing wrong with my river at all, my dear boy, nothing. Every drop of that river is chocolate. Chocolate of the finest quality. There's enough chocolate in there to fill up all the bathtubs in the country and all the pools too. And just take a look at my awesome pipes. They suck up all the chocolate and send it to whatever room in the factory it's needed. It's terrific.
Look over there. What is it? Why, it's walking. He's moving. It's a little person. It's a little man. Down there behind one of those pipes. See? Yeah, Grandpa Joe. See him?
I see him. I see him, Charlie.
There's 2 of them. My gosh, there is.
There's more than 2. There's 3 or 5. What are they doing?
Where did they come from? Who are they?
Those are just some of my workers. They're Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas? What do you mean?
Imported direct from Loompa Land and, oh, an awful, awful country that is. Nothing but thick jungles infested with the most dangerous beasts of the planet, like horrible snozzwingers and those awful wingdoodles. Wingdoodles could eat 10 Oompa Loompas for breakfast and still come back for a second helping. Whenever I went out there to Loompa Land, they were all hiding in trees and then starving to death. They lived on mashed caterpillars, red eucalyptus leaves, the bark of a bong tree, stuff like that. So, I talked to their leader because I found out that they really, 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 really love cocoa beans, and cocoa beans just so happen to be the most important thing about chocolate. So, I talked to the leader and I said, your people can come live with me in my factory, work the factory every day, and they can have all the cocoa beans they could ever want. Well, now they work here, they live here, they're excellent workers, they all speak English, they love to sing and dance and write their own music. I'm sure you will hear plenty of singing and dancing on the tour today.
Mommy, Daddy, I want a Oompa Loompa. I want you to get me an Oompa Loompa.
I want you to get an Oompa Loompa for me right away, and I want to take it home with me. Go on, Daddy. Get me an Oompa Loompa!
Now, my pet, we mustn't interrupt Mr. Wonka.
But I want an Oompa Loompa. All right, Virgo, all right. But I can't get one for you this second, sweetie. Please be patient. I'll see that you have one before the day is out.
Augustus, sweetheart, I don't think you'd better do that.
Oh no, Augustus, please step away. My chocolate must be untouched by human hands.
Augustus, did you hear that man? Come away from that river at once.
Please come away, Augustus, you are dirtying my chocolate.
This stuff is terrific! I need a bucket to drink it properly.
Darling, what are you doing?
He said he needed a bucket.
Augustus, please come away. You must come away.
Augustus, you'll be giving that nasty cold of yours to about 1 million people all over the country. Be careful, Augustus. You're leaning too far out. Ah! Save him! He'll drown! He can't swim a yard! Save him! Save him!
Help, fish me out!
Don't just stand there, do something!
Look, he's being stuck by one of the pipes.
There he goes! Oh, help! Murdered! Please, Augustus! Where are you going? Come back at once! He's disappeared! He's disappeared! Where does our pipe lead to? Take me to him at once!
He'll be just fine. Nothing to worry about.
He'll be turned into marshmallows!
Impossible.
Why not, may I ask?
Because that pipe doesn't lead anywhere near the marshmallow room. It goes to a room where I make a most delicious kind of strawberry chocolate-covered fudge.
Oh, my poor Augustus! They'll be shipping him by the pound all over the country by tomorrow morning. How dare you! How dare you left when my boy's just gone out the pipe! You think this is a joke to you? You think that sucking my boy up in your factory is just one big colossal joke?
You'll be fine.
He'll be chocolate fudge!
Never. I would not allow it.
And why not?
Because the taste would be awful. Nobody would buy it. Listen here. Come with me. Go to one of those Oompa Loompas over there. Have them take you to the fudge room. Whenever you get there, take a stick, poke around in the chocolate mixing barrel. He should be there. But try not to be too long, though, because he's liable to get poured out into the fudge boiler, and that would be quite a disaster. My fudge would become uneatable.
What?
Uneatable?
What? What did you say?
So nice to see you. Adieu. See you around. Auf Wiedersehen. Everybody, come with me.
Out here is loved by people everywhere.
For who could hate a bear grudge against a luscious bit of flesh?
Now, you folks are really in for a treat. Did you know that Willy Wonka has his very own yacht? That's right, his very own. And boy, is it sharp. It's bright pink and has about 10 Oompa Loompas inside, running and pulling the oars. But what's the point in telling you about it? Because in just a second here, it should be coming up this tunnel. Yes, here it comes now.
It's so dark in here. How can these dumb Oompa Loompas see where they're going?
Who are you calling dumb?
Ow!
There's no knowing where they're going. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction they are going. There's no earthly way of knowing which way the river is flowing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and there's not a speck of light showing, so the danger must be growing. So the rowers continue to rowing, and they're not showing any signs that they are slowing.
He's gone off his rocker.
He's crazy.
He's balmy.
He's nutty.
He's fatty.
He's
Rui.
He's Dippy.
He's Dottie.
He's Daffy.
He's Goopy.
He's Buggy.
He's wacky.
He's Looney.
Oh, no, he's not.
Row faster. Lights on, please.
Oh look, Grandpa, there's a door in the wall. It says cream room. Whipped cream, dairy cream, coffee cream, violet cream, pineapple cream, and hair cream.
Hair cream? You don't need hair cream.
There's not enough time to answer your silly questions. Keep on rowing, please.
Oh look, another door. It says whip room.
Whips? What art do you use whips for?
For whipped cream, of course. Whipped cream isn't whipped cream unless it's been whipped with whips. Just as a poached egg isn't a poached egg unless it's been stolen from the woods in the dark of the night. Row on, please!
Bean room, cocoa beans, cherry beans, coffee beans, jelly beans, and has-beens?
Has-beens.
You're one yourself. Wait! Stop rowing. We're there.
Well, where?
Up there.
What's up there?
You'll see. All right, children, this is the most important room in the factory. It's where all my new inventions are simmering. All the other candy makers, like Ron Slugworth and Vicious Condos, just give their 2 front teeth to be allowed inside for 3 minutes. But now listen, I want no meddling, no touching, and no tasting. Got it?
We won't touch anything.
Excellent. This way, please. Get back a little bit, please. Everlasting gobstoppers. I'm inventing them for children with very little pocket money. With one of these gobstoppers, you can suck it, 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 and suck it, and suck it, and suck it, and it will never get any smaller.
So it's like gum.
It is not like gum. Gum is for chewing. If you try to chew one of these gobstoppers, all your teeth would fall out. But they taste terrific. Now, if you look over there, that's a machine I am very proud of. But I haven't quite got the mixture right. But I'll get it right one day. Whenever I do, well, that's the talking machine, by the way. Whenever I get the mixture right, there will be no more excuses for little boys and girls going around with bald heads.
But Mr. Wonka, little boys and girls never go about with bald heads.
What did you say? I can't hear you, dear boy. Now, will you move aside, please? Stand back, stand back, stand back. Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Yeah.
All righty, here we go.
That's all?
Do you know what that is?
Alright, gum, it's gum. It's a stick of gum.
Right you are. And this is the most fantastic piece of gum on the entire planet. It's a whole 3-course meal all by itself. Whenever I start selling this, it will be the end of forks, plates, and even garbage. This specific piece of gum just so happens to be tomato soup, roast beef, and blueberry pie. But you can have almost anything you want.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, whenever you chew this gum, you taste all those things. And it fills you up, it satisfies you. It's terrific.
It's utterly impossible. If it's gum and I can chew it, then it's for me. Come on, Mr. Wonka, hand over that magic gum.
Now, Liza, let's not do anything silly.
I want the gun. What's so silly about that?
I don't think so. It's not quite ready yet.
Oh, the heck with that.
I would rather you not.
It's terrific. Keep chewing, kiddo. Keep on chewing, baby. This is a great day for little big arts. Our little girl is the first person in the world to have a chewing gum meal.
That's great. Spit it out, please.
What's going on with your nose? It's turning blue. Oh, shut up, Mom. Let me finish. Your cheeks, your chin, your face is turning blue. Mercy save us. This girl's turning blue and purple all over. Violet. You're turning violet, Violet. You're glowing. The whole room is glowing. What's happening to you?
It always goes wrong with the desserts. It's the blueberry pie for sure. I should probably get around to figuring that out.
Well, you're swelling up. I feel most peculiar. You're swelling up. You're blowing up like a balloon.
Like a blueberry.
Save her!
She'll be all right. I promise.
Call the doctor. Hook her with a pin. Please save her!
I have an idea. We could send her to the juicing room.
The juicing room? What for?
Really? Juicing room. What for? Are you serious right now? To juice her, of course. We must get all that juice out of her immediately. Okay. Yes. Just go in here, ask Oompa Loompa to take you to the juicing room, okay?
Mr. Wonka, will Violet ever be all right?
Well, when she comes out of the juicing room, she'll be as thin as a whistle and purple from head to toe. And, hey, that's what you get from chewing that disgusting gum all day long.
It is so disgusting. Then why do you make it into the factory?
I can't hear a word you're saying. Press on, please.
I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doobity-Dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. What do you get when your manners are bad? Why are you rude to your mother and dad? What do you keep driving people insane? I should have thought the answer is pain. You don't gain anything. Oompa Loompa Doobity-Da. If in the manners you will go far. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa Doobity-Doo.
Surely, friends, we must agree there's almost nothing worse to see than some repulsive little bum who's always chewing and chewing gum.
Sticky habits bound to send the chewer to a sticky end. Have you ever heard of a person called Mrs. Bigelow?
She's a dreadful woman starting around chewing all day long.
When she couldn't find her gum, she'd chew up the linoleum.
Or anything that happened near a pair of boots, the postman's ear.
Or other people, underclothes, and like you, her boyfriend.
Yeah. For years and years, she chewed away, consuming 50 packs a day.
Until one summer's eve, alas, a horrid business came to pass. Miss Bigelow went late to bed. For half an hour she lay and read. At last she put her gum away upon a special little tray and settled down and went to sleep. To men this but not to sleep. But now how strange, although she slept, those massive jaws of hers still kept on chewing through the night, even with nothing there to bite. The sleepy moments sped their track, opening and shutting and snapping.
Faster and faster. Chop, chop, chop. The noise went on. It wouldn't stop.
Until at last her jaws decided to close it open after a while. And with the most tremendous cheer, she put her lazy tongue into it. And that is why we try so hard to sleep. This violet rose the jaws of the She is still quite young, it's not too late.
Always she might survive the heater.
We hope she does. You can't be sure.
stop here. Let's just take a moment and take a breath. All right, well, everybody look through this glass panel on this door, but please don't go in. We don't want to disturb the miniature squirrels.
I will go in.
Miniature squirrels!
There must be hundreds of thousands of them around that pile of walnuts over there.
See, these squirrels are specially trained for getting the nuts out of walnuts.
But why use squirrels? Why not use Oompa
Because nobody can get the nuts out of walnuts like the squirrel can. And I insist on only using whole walnuts in my factory. Squirrels have a very nice procedure for finding out if a nut is a good nut or a bad nut. They just tap on it. If it's hollow, it's a bad nut. Please stop it, child. And it goes down the rubbish chute.
Mommy, Daddy, I've decided I want a squirrel. Get me one of those squirrels.
Don't be silly, sweetheart. He's not one of Mr. Wonka.
I don't care about that. I want one. All I've got at home is 2 dogs and 4 cats and 6 bunny rabbits and 2 parakeets and 3 canaries and a green parrot and a turtle and a bowl of goldfish and a cage of white mice and a silly old hamster. I want a squirrel.
All right, my pet. Now you'll get you a squirrel just as soon as you possibly can.
I want
Why not dragon while you're at it? Why not that?
Very well. Wonka, how much do you want for one of these crazy squirrels? Name your price.
They're not for sale. She can't have one.
Who says I can't? I'm going in to grab me one this instant. Hold my shawl, Mother. All right, I'll have you.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh! They've got her pinned down, 25 on each leg, 25 on each arm. The suspense, I hope it'll last. What's happening?
What are they doing to her?
They're just testing to see if she's a bad nut.
Where are they taking her?
Oh, it turns out she's a bad nut after all. Who would have thought?
Where do you know she's gone to?
Well, that specific chute leads to the main rubber chute where all the other junk at the factory goes.
My golly, she is going down the chute.
But there's still a good chance that she might have just gotten stuck at the top. So you might just be able to go over there and pull her out.
Hold this, I'm going.
That's main rubber chute leads to the incinerator.
Veruca, are you down there?
Looks like she's a bad nut too.
I think you've gone a shade too far this time. My daughter may be a bit of a frump, I don't mind admitting it, but that doesn't mean you can roast her to a crisp. I'll have you know I'm extremely cross about this. I really am. What a lot of rubbish there's going to be today. What's it like down there, Angina?
Wow, the whole family.
Mr. Wonka, are they gonna be all right?
Well, they should be. Maybe somebody popped them at the bottom.
But what about the huge big incinerator that you didn't talk about?
Well, I did mention that, and it turns out they only light that every other day, so I'd say that they have a pretty good chance. All right, anyway, children, follow me.
I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa loompa, do-a-dee-dee. If your eyes you'll listen to me.
there. A sing the cat left on the stair.
And many others sings as well, each with a rather horrid smell.
And these are Veruca's newfound friends. To whom may she descend?
And this is the price she has to pay for going so far astray. And now, my dear, you think you might be wondering,
Is it really right that every single bit of blame
Should fall on Veruca's fault?
Is she the only one at fault? She's spoiled and wrecked, so a girl can't spoil herself, you know, right? She can't turn such a brat.
Who are the culprits?
Who did that? My last students who look so horrified that these sinners are. They are. This is very sad.
Loving parents, mom and dad.
And that is why we're glad they fell into the brother's chute as well.
Follow me, everybody.
Oh, come on, my feet are tired. I want to watch television.
Me too. Mom, but do you know of any other way of transportation?
Well, we're going to the great glass elevator right now as we speak. Everybody, step inside, please.
Look at all those
Come on.
buttons.
I don't bite. You can come over here, too.
Look at all those buttons.
Yes, and each button is a label for a room.
Yeah, let's see. Strawberry water pistols for shooting, exploding candies for your enemies, stick jobs, talk to parents. Isn't there a television room in this lot?
Why, yes, there is. They're right here.
That's for me!
Well, I'm going to take this thing.
This crazy thing stop.
We can't stop. We're almost there. We got to get to our destination. I just sure hope that nobody's using the other elevator right now.
What? Other elevator.
Oh, the one on the same track going in the opposite direction. But I've been lucky up to this point.
You mean we might have a collision? I'm really going to be sick.
Don't spoil my hat!
What a ride!
Never again.
All right, everybody, out. All right, now everybody, before we go into this television chocolate room, you must be very careful. There are very dangerous things in this room. Whenever I first heard of television, you know, I had an idea. I'm not really the biggest fan of television. I suppose it's okay in small doses, but small children can never take it that way. So I was struck with an idea the first time I saw normal television working. If you could take a photograph, split it up into a million different pieces, and have it reappear on the screen, and what does you can do with a piece of chocolate? Break it up into a million pieces, have it reassemble somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well,
What is this thing that you're talking about?
well, here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Charlie, if you wouldn't mind holding this bar of chocolate for me. Back away, please. See, it has to be big because things are always smaller than before whenever they came in television. Something like that. All right, is everybody ready? Sure. Please step away. There's dangerous rays coming out of this thing, and I don't want anybody else getting hurt today. All right. Ready? Now switch on.
What?
The chocolate's gone.
It's not gone. It's above our head in a million different pieces. We should watch the TV screen. Everybody, come here, quick. Something's happening. There it is. Grab it.
How can you grab it? It's just a picture on the freaking television.
Just a picture, eh?
How?
Whenever I start using this, things are going to change. Imagine a commercial. A voice appears. Try Wonka's chocolates. They're the best. Don't believe it? Try one for yourself.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's a miracle.
But Mr. Wonka, couldn't you send other things through television? Like, I don't know, a person?
A person? Are you off your rocker?
But could it be done?
Person. I suppose it could. Well, yes. I'm sure it could, but I don't really want to try it. It might have some nasty results.
Look at me, I'm gonna be the first
No,
person
please
to be
please
sent
don't.
by television.
Please don't, my dear boy. Don't do that.
See you later, alligator.
Oh. Well, he's above our head right now in a million different pieces. I suppose we should watch the television.
You think?
All right. Watch, something's happening. Quick, grab him! Grab him!
My baby!
Of course he's shrunk. What did you expect?
It's tiny. Is it going to get any bigger?
No.
Horrible man! How dare you do this to my child?
He did it to himself. See, small boys are very springy and elastic, so yes, I can use a machine that I use to test the stretchiness of chewing gum. That'll stretch him out.
This is terrible. I can't send him back to school now. He'll get squashed. He can't do anything. What, Mike? No, you cannot watch television. In fact, the moment we get home, I'm throwing the television right out the window.
Hey, Mr. Wonka, how will I get Rogan?
Well, here. Go to one of the Oompa Loompas. Ask them to take you to the room with the machine that tests the stretchiness of chewing gum, please. This way. It was so good to see you. So good to see you. Have a great day. Well, we must carry on. This way, please.
Oompa Loompa doobity-doo, I've got a final puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa doobity-dee, if you're wise, you will listen to me. What do you get from a color TV? A pain in the neck and an eye to agree.
the television set.
They loll and flop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out.
Still, so they don't come off the windowsill. They never fight or kick or punch and leave you free to cook for lunch.
And wash the dishes in the sink.
But did you ever stop to think?
To wonder just exactly what this does to your beloved tot.
It rots the senses in the head.
It kills imagination dead. His brain becomes as soft as cheese.
His powers of thinking rest and freeze.
He cannot think, he only sees.
All right, you'll cry.
All right! You'll say that if we take the set away, how might we entertain our darling children? Please explain. I'll answer this by asking you, what used the darling ones do?
They used to read!
Then read, and then proceed to read some more. Such wondrous fine, fantastic tales of the dragons, gypsies, and whales.
And pirates wearing purple pansies, sailing ships in advance.
Cannibals crouching around in pots, stirring away at something hot. Oh, books, the books they used to know as children living long ago. Please, we beg you, pray, don't let through TV sets away. Fear not, because you promise you in about a week or two of having nothing else to do.
They feel the need. The need to weep.
P.S. Regarding my TV.
So far that we
Shall simply have to see.
can get him back his height.
But if we can't, it serves him right!
Right, this way, follow me. I wonder which room we shall go to next. How many of you are there left?
I believe it's just Charlie left now, Mr. Wonka.
Wait, you mean you're the only one left?
Why, yes.
Oh, my dear boy, then I do congratulate you. I congratulate you. You know, I had a hunch from the beginning. I had a hunch that you would win. But we mustn't dilly, we mustn't dally. Think of all the arrangements that have to be made.
I'm afraid I don't understand
Oh,
what you mean.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I forget that you don't know.
No what?
Well, you see, Charlie, I love my factory. It means everything to me. Do you love my factory? Think before you speak, because how you feel means a lot to me.
Do I? Wow. I've never spent a more fantastic day anywhere in my whole life.
So do you love my factory?
I think I do. Yes, I do.
Why do you ask, Mr. Wonka?
Well, you see, all of today has just been one big contest. A contest to figure out who would be the right person for the job.
What job?
Well, you see, Charlie, I'm not getting any younger, and the factory's getting much harder to run than I thought. So that means you.
Me?
Yes, you. I want you and your Grandpa Joe and the rest of your family to all come live in my factory permanently, and you will take over for me whenever I'm gone. Of course, I'll have to teach you all my candy-making secrets, but I can think of no other person better for the job than you, Charlie. Do you accept my offer? If so, everything I have is now yours.
Will I? Wow. This is more than I could have ever imagined. Will I? Of course I will. Thank you. Thank you. Think of it, Grandpa Joe. Just wait until we tell Mom, Dad, and the grandfolks. It's going to be our chocolate factory, and we're never, ever going to start again.
at the Jesters. Your servers will be around in a moment to present you with your final tab. Thanks again, and here's to a nice, cool fall.
I never get flowers. Thank you guys.
That's
Mr. Wonka.
The Rachel tripping over the stairs.
I'm only, I'm gonna see her, I'm really.
Okay. Okay. I will say nothing is ever as bad as when you tell the older person that the step is there and they trip right after it. And you're like, I just told you.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's like heat wave. It's like a heat wave.
That was fun. The bowl just like leapt out of my hand.
program throwaway night.
No, Jazz! I'm gonna need details.
Alex and I were talking about how life just sucks, kind of sometimes. And as we were talking about it, her quesadilla that she just made fell off of her plate onto the floor. Face down. I was like, yeah, there we go. Life. That's the end of the show. Oh, through it.
Hey, Jess. Hey, happy tip.
Oh, yeah. What'd you get?
I got all of our and the mixer.
I was like, Summer, where's your bed? And I was like, right there. Yeah. You're a good child. Sure.
Well, she's Jay and I'm A.
He sleeps in your bed with you a lot.
Take it easy.
Right.
And 3 tables, huh? Okay. I did that show once with Sydney. I was a stage manager.
I think like all the kind of camps are gonna do that show because they love it.
Let me tell you what a shit show that was. We like, you know Taylor, right? Taylor?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was supposed to be our Mrs. Lynn, but she had a conflict, so she was like, I don't know if I need to do it or not, and blah, blah, blah. So we talked to the director, we're like, hey, what are we doing about doing it?